What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's good, people? What is up? What is They went from the fourth level of hell and sent us down to the seventh level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. What?
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's Meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these fans on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Well, you gonna run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's our new theme song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. This what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Woo, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitches was going to, I thought Lil Bird was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Bird was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitches was probably fucking in prison. Oh, Clifford, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. Well, he had it on look like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had on way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Y'all Van Zap's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. And you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. Yeah. Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see it. If you have my DMs, I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue jock strap or something like that. I'd love to see it. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy.
Jesus Christ, superstar. I don't know why I love that so much. Don't ask me why. I just do. I sound like Whitney Houston when she said, I don't know why I like it. I just do. Woo! That's on I get so emotional. I love the way that song starts. I don't know why I like it, but I just do. Oh! Everything. Hey, Monk Chip Boo. What's good, my love, my dog? What is going on? Hey, everybody. How is everyone doing? It's great to see everybody. Great to be here. We got another day. Hey, MVN, Monk Chip, everybody in your respective places. Listen, I'm not going to tarry long. I won't be before you long. So, hey, Morgan. Woke up just in time. Yes. We are here, y'all. We are here. And we're going to make it do what it do. We got a couple things in the dossier today that we're going to talk about. And we're going to keep it moving. We're going to, gonna talk about a couple things. Hey, Patty Duke, boo. Get it going. And then we'll, go over to Really Be and have fun with her. I'll be the priest. I'll be, unlike SWV and Escape, I don't mind, you know what I'm saying, being the opening act for my big sis Really B. I mean, she's older. Why not? Hey Keisha Blair. Hey there. How are you, my love? We are here. Listen, we got a couple things to talk about as only we can. As only y'all know, we talk about things over here in an L 27 type of way, like only we can. Hey, lady, me Jill. Did I say that right? I hope so. I'm glad you needed this live. Y'all, we gonna talk about some shit and we gonna keep it the fuck moving and going on with life, y'all. Put a Shondo in the chat. Go ahead, hit the like button, share it out, all of that good stuff. Matter of fact, it might be a good idea for me to share out my own live, huh? Recording. It might be a good idea for me to share out my own live. So let me do that now so that I am not derelict of duties. All right. All right, there we go. The live is out. Wait, no, not yet. All right. Bada bing, bada boom. Bam. There it is. Shondo, everybody. What's going on? Let's do this shit like only we can and get up out of here and go on. You know, I'll be the opening act for Really B. And then we're gonna go on over that to Really B. All right. So y'all listen. Mm. It's some stuff that I see came across my desk today. And I was like, really? That's what we're doing? So the dossier has some real interesting stuff. So let me start with this one. So I saw this story that came across my desk. Yo, I need to cut my nails. Like these things are just so long. See how long they are? They're just so long for no reason. I just need to cut them. I need a manicure to cut these damn nails. Anyway, hey Miss Trisha P. Boo. My time today is gonna be 5:30. We're going listen at 5:31. You are late. We're giving out today's essay. I'm gonna be a little nice today. Just a 1,200 word essay today, okay? 1,200 word essay today. That's all I'm giving out. But listen, we'll have no understanding. Ain't no hall passes. Ain't no paid hall passes. Ain't no nothing. 12:30 is the time. I mean, not 12:30. 5:30 is the time. At 5:31, baby, you getting this good essay. All right. So first story here. Now let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask y'all a real good question. How many of you are, hey Montrez, boo? Are you in class right now? That's fine, boo. Go ahead. I don't want you to not do well in class. You stay in class, okay? I don't want you to get in trouble. Hey, Quintessential, my love. I know Quintessential I have to ask. Snack of the day. So I went old school, y'all. I got some Planters cheese balls. Old school today. So this what, and I have bought some of these, you know, in the past couple years. So I feel like the balls got bigger. The way that just came out. But the balls had reduced in size, right? So nah, he didn't get arrested. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. So there was a reduced size over the years in the size of the balls, but now the balls are significantly bigger. Like they were like half this size recently. So big balls in your mouth, you got to know how to really handle the bigger balls in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? The smaller ones, the more compact, smaller, tighter balls, you know, were easier to handle. But these bigger balls, you know, you got to be able to accommodate bigger balls in the mouth. You can't have as many balls in your mouth as you used to have when they were small. I'm just saying. Just saying. Hey, budgets, wait. Hey, Jason. Hall monitors, mods, hall monitors. Today's time is 5:30. At 5:31, please start handing out my essays, okay? You're not complaining about the huge balls. I know. Hey, Tracy Wilson, what's going on, boo? So we're not complaining about the bigger balls. We like bigger balls in our mouths. It does have an extra crunch to it. Mm. So that's our snack of the day. Mm. 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 All right. So listen. In our first story of the day, I was about to ask, bigger balls do slap? Hey, Xavier. Look at Xavier over there. Let me go into the chat and see if Xavier got his blue dress on today. Mom got her blue skirt. She don't even know how to act, honey. Child, look at Xavier. I see you, girl, with that blue skirt and that blue weave. It's sickening, honey. Go ahead and toss that blue hair to the side like you Spice from Loving Hip Hop. Anyway, today's time is 5:30. I told y'all 5:30. Anybody come after 5:30, they getting this good. Today's essay is only 1,200 words. Only 1,200 words. All right. So in my first story, let me ask y'all this. So listen. Do y'all really listen to The Weeknd like that? Like, is he really that popular? Like, I don't. There's not a single song by The Weeknd that I like. I've heard a couple of his songs. None of them do it for me. None of them. What the hell is Ty? Ty probably somewhere playing in makeup, getting what's today? Tuesday. He may have a show today, but I know Wednesday is his big day for going to doing his drag show. So he probably either at work, on his way to work, or on his way to some drag competition. I'll call him when we get off here, and I'll find out. Um, but I just don't see it for him like that. I just, girl, especially when he used to have his hair in the little dreads or locks and stuff. He was not attractive. He's not attractive to me aesthetically. I'm not saying he's an ugly man. I'm not saying that. Please let me be clear. But he's not my type. That's not my stilo. He don't do it for me. I've heard his music and I'm just like not amused. I mean, it don't really do it for me. So to my surprise, I read that the Guinness World Book of World Records has reported that The Weeknd has been crowned the world's most famous musician. Like, really? As much as I talk about the Beehive, I don't see him being more popular than Beyond Skank. Like, I have a whole grocery list of people who are probably way more popular globally than The Weeknd could ever dream of being. I'm just saying. Child, let me read this for y'all. The Weeknd has his hands full with new music, his controversial HBO series, The Idol, his concert film, and more. Meanwhile, he's been breaking records left and right following last year's release of the seismic album Dawn FM. Maybe it was a huge hit globally, but I didn't even know he had an album out last year called Dawn FM. But I ain't gonna take nothing from the man, okay? I mean, Patty, do please say it for the people in the back. Like, can't be bothered. We cannot be bothered. Can't be bothered. Listen, I don't know, Xavier. I'm just reading what the people wrote. It says in January, the Blinding Lights performer became the first artist in history to cross 96 million monthly listeners on Spotify. Then, in the following month, he became the first artist in Spotify history to reach 100 million monthly listeners. So it comes as no surprise that Guinness World Records have deemed him statistically the most popular musician on the planet. There's two new world records for the weekend, as he has become the first artist to reach 100 million monthly listeners on Spotify, they wrote on Twitter. In the article, they noted that no one else even comes close, with Miley Cyrus trailing behind with 82.4 million monthly listeners on the app. Really? I just don't. I just, I'm trying to make sense of it. The weekend, girl. I mean, but look at the times we're living in. We're living in a whole dystopian society. Hey, Willie, what's going on, boo? We're living in a whole dystopian society. So Cheeto man can become president. Okay. I mean, people can like Karen Huger and Ashley Darby and Giselle Bryant. Why can't people like the weekend? People join MAGA and QAnon every day. Why can't they like the weekend? Why can't he be the most popular, statistically most popular artist in the world? Like, really? Girl, I guess. I, for all of you Beehive members and Barbs, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing down to the Beehive? What are y'all doing down to the projects known as the living quarters of the Barbs? The pink projects where the Barbs reside. That y'all are not getting y'all's peoples above the weekend? Didn't Beyonce? Last time I checked, members of said Beehive who look at Beyonce like she's some demigod, like she's some deity, as if she's the greatest thing that ever hit the music industry. Didn't she release an album last year? Ma ain't on this list, honey. She is not on this list. She's not on this list. Ch- But she just had an album out last year. Let me look up highest monthly listeners on Spotify. Let's look that up. See what the Googles say. So according to the Googles, this is according to KWORB.net. It says Spotify monthly listeners. Number one, The Weekend with 111,681,760. Miley Cyrus at 82,379,834. Miley Cyrus can't even carry a tune. Oh, budget waste. They gonna get you, girl. You know the Beehive is coming, honey. Child. Child number three is Shakira. Now, this is globally. Globally. Now, you know who I would say if you told, because I understand the global music market is different from the American music market. I didn't say it. But the person who is at number five is the person who I would think would be at number one or two. And that's Ariana Grande. Say what you want. They love Ariana Grande. That woman is loved all over the world. They love every time she goes somewhere. She reminds me of how Mariah was. She reminds me of Mariah of 30 years ago, where she could sing the house down. She had the looks. It was traveling. She's traveling the world, and they love her from every part of the globe. Okay. However, what I want to caution Miley Cyrus is, hey Harold, you changed your picture, Harold. I hope Cyrus doesn't fall into the same trap as Mariah, and I hope they don't run her voice into the ground like they did Mariah. When Mariah got to about the late 90s, around the after the Butterfly album, but around the Rainbow album, late 90s into early 2000s, they really had run her voice into the ground, where she was for years doing 6 days of concerts, and she would be on stage doing a whole 2.5 hours worth of singing. And they have really ran her voice into the ground. So much so she really, that's where that breakdown came in 2001. She had to take some time off. And that Charm Bracelet album, Quiet as It's Kept, is one of her best kept secrets and one of her best albums. That's Charm Bracelet album. Anyway, but Ariana Grande is at number 5 at 81 million. Taylor Swift's at 80 million. Rihanna is at 78 million. Beehive people, those of you who reside in the Beehive, I don't see Beyonce Skank in the top 20 at all. Those of you who stay in the pink projects where the Barbs reside, she ain't even in the top 25. Let me see. Oh, I'm down to the top 50. Let me look at the top 50. Okay, Nicki Minaj is 44. Beyonce is 33. Even Chris Brown is higher than them globally. I mean, I'm just saying. Right, exactly, Xavier. Everybody who I've named makes way more sense than the weekend. I don't even understand this. I have no idea how this happened. Quiet as it's kept, I did too, Jason. If you would have asked me and asked me to bet money, I would have put Nicki Minaj before I put the weekend. I'm just saying. I don't know. I guess it's some far remote part of the world. They have the weekend on some eternal loop on Spotify. And yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, the only weekend that I like musically is the song Everybody's Working for the Weekend. That's the only thing I want to hear musically. This song from the 80s. Everybody's working for the weekend. That's the only song I want to know. Or maybe Weekend in New England by Barry Manilow, which was a good song. But do y'all remember when Jennifer Hudson did Weekend in New England by Barry Manilow and sung the house down and was ceremoniously voted out that week? Mama sang down. Go look up Jennifer Hudson Weekend in New England and see how Mama sang down. Sang down. And they voted her off that week. Just a travesty of America. But I mean, what do you expect? We live in a country that has MAGA. We live in a country that likes Karen Huger, Giselle Bryant, and Ashley Darby. What do you expect? We shouldn't expect nothing else. Come on, streaming farms. So they have like people who do nothing but sit there and download stream time. I figured that the Beehive would have, a streaming farm, or the Barbs would have one. Clearly, the Navy is doing something right because, baby, she at least in the top 10. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I mean, even Christopher Brown is at 26. Katy Perry at 31. I'm just saying. Anyway, I agree that Miley Cyrus can't sing. I do low-key miss watching Hannah non I didn't watch. I call her Hannah Non-Tanner because she has no talent. So I call her Hannah Non-Tanner. Hey, Lemon Kush, boo. Listen, y'all. I blame y'all. Y'all out here streaming and watching the weekend. I don't know. When he had that hair, he still got some hair now. He just looked like his hair stank. Like it looked like there's an odor coming from him. Like I feel like if I get next to him, I'm gonna be like, what's that smell? And then go toward his head, and now his head is gonna reek of some rancid smell. Speaking of reeking of rancid smells, so Lil Meech, star of that show BMF, so the people around here saying he musty. That's what the people are saying, that he is musty. Let me read this to you all. Last year, a woman hopped on the internet after meeting the BMF star who she suggested had terrible hygiene. Quote, Lil Meech was very musty on Friday. End quote, the woman said in a TikTok video. He had went to 6 places and he smelled like a pound of onions. I just want to know what possessed him to put that long sleeve shirt, put that long sleeve shirt and to be so musty like that. That's my dog, but he was musty. We talking about he been musty for the past week. Girl, do y'all want to hear her? Let me let y'all hear it in her. Let me let y'all hear her say it. It's easy for me to talk about it. Let me let y'all hear her talk about it. Hold on, y'all. Here we go. What's the funniest thing you ever heard about yourself? Oh, this him.
Lil Meech was very musty on Friday night. He had went to 6 places and he smelled like a pound of onions. I just want to know what possessed him to put on that long sleeve shirt and to be so musty like that.
I know you lying.
I'm not lying. They said Meech smelled it like a pound of onions.
Oh, well, Ryan ain't saying that.
No, he's not gonna say it. That's my dog. But he was musty. I mean, the whole been talking about he been musty for the past week. You hear me?
A mess. A mess. Let me tell y'all something. If you should ever get the opportunity to come into contact and meet the L to the Teddy to the 27 official, I promise you that you're not going to be left with the notion, oh, he was musty. Like, girl, like, sometimes I done been next to people and they have like a little, like they might be a little ripe. You know what I'm saying? Like, you done had a long day, bro. It's time to freshen up. But I don't leave there, and the first thing that I'm saying about them is, you musty. For somebody to go in like that, said you smell like a bag of onions, that means that the funk of 40,000 years was permeating through your pores. Girl, what was you doing? For the people, and that's the first reaction is, how? It's a simple swap. It's not that hard. Hell, they make some deodorants. I'll never trust that shit. Please be clear. Please believe I'll never trust it. But they make some deodorants that allegedly last for 48 hours. I'm never gonna test that theory because bitches take baths around here, and I'm not going 48 hours if I can help it without taking a bath. If I could help it without taking a bath. Hey, Janae, boo. Ooh, Janae, you came right in under the gun. It's 5:29, boo. Woo, 5:30 is our time today. But I was just saying, but hey, boo. Now I know some people there's some medical conditions that people have that cause them to be so functified. You know, there are some people who have medical conditions. I'm sure Janae would let us know the technical scientific term of the medical condition for people who have like the funk of 40,000 years permeating out of their pores, regardless of the amount of deodorant that they put on. However, comma, baby, if you know that's your story, baby, you supposed to keep you something every time you, cause you probably have a chauffeur or you get a driver or whatever. You supposed to have a little bag or something every time you get ready to go somewhere. Baby, let me go ahead and do some wipe off, take some wipes or something, wipe off and put a fresh new coat or something. Like, girl, oh, it's 5:31. Mods, hall monitors, y'all know what to do. But I'm just saying, y'all, you should not be so funkified like that. Like, girl, you don't smell yourself. Like, anytime, I'm not saying I've never had a situation in my whole life where I have not, but there was please be clear, there was a reason, okay? And most of those times I was kind of young, probably still in middle school and stuff like that. But I knew because I could smell myself. Like, I'd be like, oh, 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 that's not cute. Like, because you can smell yourself, you'd be like, oh, oh, oh. Like, you're supposed to, if you're a boy, you're supposed to tackle those issues somewhere around middle school, maybe late elementary school, maybe around fifth grade, sixth grade, somewhere around there, when puberty start to hit, and you have to start wearing deodorant. Because when you're a little boy, you might can get away without wearing deodorant as a little boy. You run around all day as a little boy, you could, it ain't, you can get away with it. But by the time puberty hit, baby, you gotta start putting on some deodorant. You need to go put on some deodorant, baby. Or there are people who um like who are Rastafarian or other various religions where they don't use deodorant, but they have other chemicals and things, natural juices and berries or whatever they use to make themselves not smell bad. I know because I was in the March of 100, y'all know that. And so one of my freshman brothers was a Rastafarian. He was a devout Rastafarian, and he was a vegetarian, did not use deodorant, all of this stuff, all of these things. And so he showed me, I forgot he showed it to me, but he didn't use deodorant. That was against, his religion. And he had this stuff that he would use to keep him from smelling. We would be out there marching for hours and hours and hours. And trust me, you gonna sweat. And I never smelled him. He was never musty a single day I was around him. Never. I don't know what he used. Maybe y'all need to get some of that for a little meat. But baby, the people can't be out here talking about you stank as hell. The people can't be out here blasting old songs by the Brat every time you come around. Like, you should know, if every time you come into the room, your theme song seems to be so funkified. If that is your theme song every time you roll up in the building and people start calling you the Brat, baby, you need to realize that there's a problem. The problem is you. You, sir, are the problem. I mean, and you know what? You ever notice people like that love to wear little sleeveless shirts or little tank tops and shit, where they arms always up? They give you the big hug. What's up, dog? And give you the big hug. Baby, as soon as you give me a big hug, I'm slapping a coat of goddamn deodorant up underneath there. Tall monitors. Hey, Cams, what's good, boo? So good to see you. Hall monitors, please, please. I know he a hall monitor, but he can still get this good essay. Get him. Hey, Derek, boo, what's going on? I ain't seen you in a minute. Hall monitors. My essay is 1,200 words today. Okay, 1,200 words for my essays. Not stop buying chains and start investing in deodorant. Uh, Morgan, you are not lying. Any parent or anybody who grew up in I grew up in a house full of boys, please be clear. And any mom who has a house full of little boys are some of the most disgusting creatures on the face of the planet. Left to themselves, they'd never take a bath, ever. I'm telling you what I know, ever. Little boys, I'm talking about like elementary school age, they don't take baths. They don't want to take baths. They're going to run around all day. They will be stank as hell and just be oblivious to their funk. I mean, they walk around with this cloud of funk and dirt and grime like Pigpen on Charlie Brown, and they just be oblivious to it. Little boys, that's how they are. I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I know. But they say bra is musty as fuck. I don't know. I ain't never been next to him, and now I don't want to be next to him. If his armpits are funky as hell, can you imagine the amount of ball gravy he probably has accumulated down there? Babe, I'm not doing this. Nope. Not we want the fun. Budget weights. I'm not doing this with you. Girl, y'all stupid. Y'all stupid. Y'all are stupid. Hey, mother of one boo. Child. Hey, mother of what? Mods. Y'all see what time it is, right? My essays. Get my essays. So, ooh, child. Anyway, child, budget weight, child. I'm just telling you what I know. If they musty up here, baby, you can scrape the ball gravy from their balls with a goddamn butter knife. Do you hear me? I'm just telling you what I know. Anyway, how he feel about his fellow actors and actresses on this show? And boo, ain't nobody tell you, bitch, you musty. Wardrobe ain't tell you that shit when you went in there to try on your wardrobe for the day. Hey, bro, there's some deodorant right there, babe. We even thought about you and got this aerosol because we didn't want your armpits touching our shit. Bitch, we got you some aerosol. Bitch, fuck around and be like my grandparents. My grandparents used to do. Child, my granddaddy, you come in there musty if you want to. He give you that brute deodorant. That brute burns the skin, baby. That was the worst punishment in the world. You come in there musty if you want to. See if he don't slap some brute deodorant on you and that shit start burning. You got to walk around like this for the next hour and a half because that shit is burning your goddamn armpits. That brute is brutal. Okay, brute is short for brutal. Because that shit will burn the fuck out of you. I swear I had first degree burns underneath my goddamn armpits. Walk around like this, and it wasn't because I was muscular. Walking around just trying to get some goddamn air. Talking about fucking armpits that was fucking burning. Shit. If it wasn't him doing that with the deodorant, it was my grandma. You walk around the house and sniff or anything like that if you want to, baby. She was gonna take that Vicks Vapor Rub and rub it all over your face, inside your nostrils, all over your neck, and all over your chest. And that shit be burning. I'm just saying. Girl, that Tussie don't hold nothing. That Tussie can't hold nothing. Tussie is the old grandma deodorant where they sweat glands ain't even really working that much no more. So they just put that on just to say they had something on. But I never liked the feel of those little roll-ons because they made me feel like I was more musty than I already was. Like that Tussie, baby, that wasn't gonna get you as far as the front door. Baby, by the time you left the bathroom and went to the front door, that Tussie was gone, honey. Girl, that Tussie, please be clear. She wasn't gonna do you no justice. None at all. Baby. You weren't gonna get nothing from her. You hear me? Nothing. But see, my godmom was like that. If she smelled someone, she would hand out a washcloth and point them to the bathroom. Child, she didn't care who it was. Mom, child, I know everybody got somebody in the family like that. Child. Child. Ah, cute. Anyway, but that's what they said about Little Meat. So y'all got all. That's why I told y'all the dossier today is bereft with once again a whole bunch of hashtags ABC. Because had this been a silly Saturday, I would have looked at that and said, I bitch just can't. In other news, Amanda Bynes is in the news. So Amanda Bynes, they said she was found naked and alone in downtown Los Angeles, and she's been placed on psychiatric hold. She has had ever since she was wasn't she on all that? She was on something back in the day when she was a child star on Nickelodeon. I think she started off on all that. Did she? One of y'all will tell me in the comments. But ever since, and then she had her own. I remember she had her own show, the Amanda Show or the Amanda Bynes Show, or something like that. I can't remember what it was. I know, but I thought she started on all that. Okay, Budget Weight says she was on all that and her own show. Okay, so I remember her. But after that, she has been psychologically like, you know, she done had a lot going on. Like it's been so much. It's like at least 2, 3 times a year you hear about something where she done lost it. Hey, Mia Boo. Child. And what I like about you, okay, she wasn't the host of all that. No, she was never the host of all. I never remember her being the host of all that. That must have been after everybody left. Because I don't even remember all that having a host. She was one of the, people on there, but I don't remember her being the host. Anyway, let me read this for you. Um, where am I at? Okay, here we go. On Sunday, March 19th, um, on Sunday morning, the former child star was seen wandering through downtown Los Angeles. Then in this in itself isn't abnormal, though the fact that Bynes wasn't wearing any clothing is certainly raising eyebrows. She reportedly waved down a passing car, informing the driver that she was coming down from a psychotic episode. Afterward, 911 was called. Law enforcement sources say the actress was taken to a nearby station where the mental health team on site determined a 5150 psych hold was the appropriate way to handle the situation. The California native reportedly remains unharmed after her nude adventure. Apparently, a very lucky thing considering the area of LA she was found in. A source close to Amanda Bynes says she remains in the hospital at this time and will likely remain there for several days. Typical psychiatric holds last 72 hours, though that time period can be extended depending on the circumstances. Make sure you keep her in your thoughts and check back later for more updates. Listen, now I would think that at this point, after all of these years of her having these psychotropic episodes and psychotic diatribes and stuff, she would be on some kind of medication. I remember she had a conservatorship like Britney Spears had. If y'all remember, her and Britney Spears had a conservatorship where their parents said, "Listen, we can't trust them with their money. We can't trust them with over their own life. No, this ain't the right answer." And so, I don't think she's still on that conservatorship. However, she needs help. She needs some real help.
And I really, and with a lot of these child stars and actresses, um, you want to go back to what happened in that arrested development period that they had, going from being a child star to finally having to be an adult. Every child, most child stars, I should say, they don't make the jump. They don't make that transition well. Some people can, but a lot of them just don't. And the sad part is, many of the parents are at, I shouldn't say at fault, but they have their own failed, professional aspirations that they're trying to project and put on that child. And when that child gets a certain amount of fame, they do everything they can to maintain that status at the behest of that individual. I'm glad he kept it together too, Derek, because he surely is fine. Have you seen him lately? Oh, he is fine. Child, apparently she's not doing better, Harold. So, you know, who's around her? Like, I'm hoping she's not living by herself, because she doesn't appear to be someone, while she may be financially able to live on her own, she may not be somebody who mentally can live on their own. And I know some well functioning individuals that just, they don't do well on their own, and they don't even have, these type of psychotic moments and things like that. They're just people who I know. I have some friends like that. They don't do well living alone. They need another person in and around their space just for sanity, especially with someone like her, who someone needs to be watching her. Somebody needs to be making sure she ain't over here getting strung out on some illicit and nefarious drug. So I don't know. Child, I ain't heard from or about Maya Campbell in a while. I really don't be checking for her hair, so I don't know. So, like, it's bad. We'll keep her in the prayers, but baby, in other news, J. Cole is in the news. So he recently gave an exclusive interview with Warriors GM, Bob Myers, where he said that he started smoking at the age of 6. Not smoking marijuana, smoking weed. I'm sorry, not smoking weed or marijuana, but smoking cigarettes at the age of 6. That's what he said. Let me read this for you. Because let me read this for you. The North Carolina native joined Myers on the last episode of Lead by Example podcast, where he shed light on his childhood exposure to cigarettes, parenthood, and his careers in both music and basketball. As one of the few rappers who've leaped from music to basketball, J. Cole broke down his work ethic and his goal-driven personality. When it came to his basketball career, J. Cole told Myers that he lacked discipline during his teen years. Though he knew he had the talent, he explained that he didn't necessarily tap into his full potential. Quote, I loved basketball so much that my delusion was high. So to get cut from the high school team was a gut punch, he said. From from there, J. Cole told Bob Myers that people like Steph Curry and Allen Iverson needed that bit of delusion to motivate them toward the top. And he goes on and on and on. But here's the part that y'all want to hear. J. Cole explained to Myers, though J. Cole
is noticeably one of the few rappers who doesn't often partake in drinking or smoking. He admitted to Bob Myers that he picked up a cigarette habit as a child. Quote, 6 years old, I was smoking cigarettes regularly around the neighborhood. End quote, he recalled with a smirk on his face. J. Cole explained to Myers that his mother allowed him to roam the streets as she did when she was younger, though she wasn't entirely aware of what he was up to at the time. J. Cole explained to Myers that he would hang around his older brother's friends trying to find a way to fit in. Quote, to them, it's funny. They're 10 themselves. So it's funny for themselves. So it's funny for them. Nobody really worried about me. They're 10 and smoking cigarettes. This is going on or for 2 to 3 weeks. One day I'm down the street at a house where it was happening at my where it was happening at, and my brother comes up and asks one of our homeboys in the neighborhood, you got any cigarettes? And I guess the rest is history from there. As his brother told him to shut up and downplayed that his 6-year-old brother even knew what cigarettes were, J. Cole recalled the older guys confirming that he smokes. Maybe if I was smoking at the age of 6, I'd be like the woman or that damn truth commercial that had the hole in her neck. That remember that lady? I think she died. But y'all know what lady I'm talking about. They'll show her sometime putting the wig on, but she was actually bald head and had the little hole in her trachea and stuff. I was girl trying to scare the people into not smoking. If the people gonna smoke that, your little truth videos are not gonna stop them from smoking. Please be clear. In the same way, back in the day in the 80s and 90s, when we had programs like DARE, drug abuse resistance education, that didn't stop the people from using all kinds of drugs that they wanted to use. Okay, I'm just being honest. If the people want to go out there and do it, they gonna do it. Just like when you took sex ed and they showed you all them horrible pictures of what certain venereal diseases or STDs or STIs look like, baby, that didn't stop you from going out and raw dogging it. I'm just saying. Taught you how to put the condom on and all. Still ain't stop you from raw dogging it. All of those horrible pictures that they showed you. Remember those cringe-worthy pictures? Amber, you said it's your birthday. Well, happy this week. Well, happy early birthday. Didn't stop my sister. She smokes regularly. She just complained she couldn't get a pack of smoke. Child, I know this man. He's 93 years old. Still smoke to this day. Say he been smoking over 75 years and ain't gonna stop now. I think if he stop, he's gonna fall out and die. So might as well let him smoke. He's 93. What, you afraid he gonna die? Hell, he's 93. Look at the man. That's just like the people in my family. My grandmother was the youngest of her siblings to die. The rest of them jokers, they was dying at 98, 101, 93. Like them jokers, and they did every drug imaginable, drank every liquor they wanted to drink, ate every bad food they wanted to eat, and kept it moving. Just a mess. So, baby, if you want to smoke, go ahead. I I wonder, you know, even as a child, like my grandfather smoked. My grandfather was a chain smoker, and he smoked cool 100s. I know because as a little boy, I had to go to the store and buy my grandfather some cool 100s. The man at the store knew me. He knew my grandfather. He knew if I was coming in there with to buy some cool 100s, it was gonna be for my grandfather. My grandfather ain't smoked them Newports. He didn't do the Newport 100s. He did cool 100s. I'm telling you we would have got beat down if we came back with anything besides cool. So but yeah, I hated cigarettes. I hated the smell of cigarettes. I hated people who smoked cigarettes. They were horrible to me. So there's no way growing up you would have got my black ass to be talking about, yeah, let me light up at 6 years old. You ain't gonna even catch me. I don't even smoke weed. Do you hear me? I don't puff past none of that. Now, you give me some edibles, then we can have a conversation. You can give me some edibles, we can have a conversation. But you talking to me, you know, we're not doing that. Mm-mm. Child, they was teaching them how to put a condom on the banana. That ain't work at all. At all. Child. A mess. Just a damn mess. A whole ass mess. So Jeff, you know you late to class. I don't care that you're a hall monitor. Hall monitors that were on time to class, y'all could make sure he do my 1200 word essay. In some good news, before we get to our sugar spiky news, in good news, in some black girl magic, I learned today that a graduate, Tamia Potter of Florida A&M University, FAMU, has become the first black woman to ever become a neurosurgeon resident at Vanderbilt University. So, shout out to her. She becomes the first black woman to ever become a neurosurgeon resident at Vanderbilt University. Shout out to her. Shout out to she real cute now. She is real cute. So there's some black girl magic. Um, of course, she is a member of the Divine Nine. She's a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. She did pledge Beta Alpha at FAMU. Interestingly enough, for those Divine Nine people, FAMU's Delta and AKA chapters have the same letters. The Deltas are Beta Alphas, as well as their AKA chapter is Beta Alpha. Hmm. So shout out to her. We are very proud of her. We are glad we celebrate her. We are very glad. It's a shame that we are in 2023 and it's the first time we've actually had a black woman achieve that. However, with the good news, then comes the spiky news. Ladies and gentlemen, non-binary gender conforming members of our audience, it's time for your sugar spike segment.
You see, this is the part that I like.
Major sugar spike.
So love the world. I want to fight. That he gave. His only begotten son.
Major sugar spike.
And shall ever believe.
Major sugar spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus! How would somebody help me?
Jesus. Taste the biscuits. So, an update, our sugar spike moment of the day is an update of the story that we did. Was it yesterday? I believe we did it yesterday. I told y'all know we like to be at the precipice of news over here. We break stories over here just to let the other people come and follow us up and act like they doing breaking news when we broke it over here first. Put a 27 in the chat if you've been subscribed to me for a while. If you've heard no less than 10 to 20 news stories that broke here on this channel, and then you later found out it a day or two later, a week later, things like that, Put a 27 in the chat. You can vividly think of at least 20 stories that we broke here on this platform, only for it to be. We break news over here. I'm just telling you what I know. We break news over here. Anyway, so where's my update? Dear God. I'm talking about all these updates, and I done lost my doggone updates. Okay, here we go. Got it. So you say in politics alone, you have at least 20. We be breaking news over here. Y'all know we be breaking news over here. So we had the story of Ervo Otiendo. That was yesterday, wasn't it? I believe it was yesterday. And we talked about, or was it last week? It was either yesterday or last week. Hey, Millie Mill. Anyway, whenever it was that we talked about it, so the video was finally released. I think it might have been last week. I don't think it was it yesterday? My days are running together. I don't remember if it was yesterday. But remember we told you the story of Ervo Otiendo, the man who was smothered to death by the 7 sheriff's deputies. I think that was last week. I don't think that was yesterday. I think that was last week we broke the story about Ervo Otiendo. That was the day after we talked about Rasheem Carter. So yeah, it was last week. It was last week. It wasn't yesterday. It was last week. We broke that story last week. Anyway, and so now over the weekend, people have started to report on it. So, and remember we talked about the DA saying that they couldn't release the video because that was their primary piece of evidence in the case. And we were like, that shit don't cut the mustard because video evidence oftentimes is a primary piece of evidence and they still have to release it to the public. Well, bada bing, bada boom, a couple days later, the evidence has been released. I've watched the video. It is, I'm not going to play the video. It is disturbing. You can watch it and it's a 12-minute long video. And you see the man is clearly shackled. He has the leg irons on his feet, meaning the shackles on his feet and on his arms. And they're holding him down to the ground, smothering him, pushing him down on the ground. At one point, it's like 10 people on the man at one time. At one point, 10 people. At another point, you see there one man's foot on his neck. Mind you, meanwhile, back at the ranch, when we broke this story, we told you he should have never been arrested to begin with. This call was because the mom was saying he was suffering mental duress. He had some mental issues, and he was under mental duress. He even told the people at the jail, I take medication. I need my medication. And the people never gave him his medication. And then they ended up, the man ends up in jail. And then they couldn't handle him. And he had to end up going get psychiatric treatment. They still never gave the man his medication. And now the man is dead because they smothered the man to death. I'm just saying. Now, we reported on this. I'm just giving you the update that they finally released the video. So at this point, they've charged 10 people. And that's why I say there was 10 people at one point that was all on top smothering this man. What are y'all talking about in the chat? I need y'all to focus. Amber, focus. I need you to focus here, Amber. Focus, focus, focus. So the man was murdered. Let's just be clear. These 10 people are being charged with second-degree murder. Um, and we'll see how it goes. Um, I've been seeing this story have more press time in mainstream press than the Rasheem Carter situation. And to me, both are very egregious. Both need to be flushed out and really aired to the viewing public so people know what's going on. It's still a lot of people have no idea about the Rasheem Carter case. But y'all know how we do over here. We break it up and break the news over here. So I wanted to give y'all that update. I did not want y'all to not be aware of of the situation. You can go, I believe most of your major outlets will have, I think CNN has the video, MSNBC has the video. You can go to Twitter or have it and all of that good stuff. So you can go find it anywhere. Tasha K lost her lawsuit to Cardi B. We're not surprised. I think at one point the judge told her, baby, you need a new lawyer. No, well, yes, Rasheem Carter, Monk Chip, is the guy who was, yes, decapitated. Yes, that's Rasheem Carter. That is Rasheem Carter in Mississippi. And you're not hearing a whole lot of mainstream media talking about Rasheem Carter. Anyway, but yeah, Cardi B's $4 million defamation lawsuit against Latasha Kebe, Tasha K, it has been upheld in the appeals court. What are you going to do now? Keep appealing till you get to the Supreme Court and they not even agree to even listen to you? Child, listen, I don't know how much money Tasha K is worth. I don't know that it's $4 million. If it is, baby, they're coming for their money. Now, I don't know what type of adjudication was put on this, because you know sometimes people neglect to put the right language in their adjudication, and people file for bankruptcy and then they don't have to worry about paying you no more. However, if you put the right language in that adjudication, them people got to pay you. Tasha K, I saw a meme today of Tasha K in the McDonald's. That I think Tracy put that in the doggone chat. In the mod squad and members only chat of Tasha K in the McDonald's uniform. I don't know if she's gonna be working down to the McDonald's, but Mama gonna have a lot more exclusive interviews. I'm just saying, y'all. Listen. As much as I think Tasha K was wrong in this, and she probably do owe that lady $4 million because the lady did give you a chance. I said it then when this adjudication first came out, and you see it now. That case opened the Pandora's box, and I said it then, and I remember it was me, Really B, and Abby. We were on a live that day when it came out, and I remember saying, while I agree Tasha K was wrong, just the whole premise of this lawsuit is going down a slippery slope. And I said this, and this was what, last year or something like that, this adjudication came out. I said it is going to become an open season on influencers, bloggers, YouTube personalities, or anybody in entertainment television, where it'll become open season and people will start to have all of these litigations. We live in a litigious society. They'll sue you because the sun is too hot. And I said this was going to happen. Now look at how many cases against YouTubers, bloggers, entertainment uh, people who do entertainment news and stuff like that. Look how many lawsuits have come out since then. It's become an open season, and it's a scary place. That's why a lot of times, if you notice, I'm not one to do a lot of the mainstream pop culture entertainment stuff. That's just not my stilo, one. But two, it has become a scary time where you say the wrong thing, and even if you say allegedly or not say allegedly, the right lawyer can still rake you across the coals. It's not worth it. While I may have two nickels to rub together, I don't want you taking my two nickels away from me. I like my two nickels that I have. So your battery died, plug it in. So like I said it at the time, and look at how many lawsuits have come out now. Look how many people suing everybody and their mama, all because they reported on something on their YouTube channel or on their blog or in their on their website. It ain't gonna stop now. The toothpaste is out of the tube. Can't put it back in now. So um what are you talking about, Cams? I only have two nickels to rub against each other. Just two nickels. Cams, you gotta come back. So Cams, we gonna find a remote location so we can go and hang out and have a good time. I'm thinking Taste of Chicago in July, maybe. I ain't been to Taste of Chicago in years. Where does freaking that came from? I ain't been to Taste of Chicago in years, so I wouldn't mind going back. Anyway, um, so yeah. Let me see what else I got in the dossier today. But yeah, that happened. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on that. You know, those kinds of stories. Everybody, you're gonna find no shortage of people on YouTube covering that today. I ain't got the energy. I'll let y'all do that. Y'all got it. Um, I just saw a story, and it's an ABC. I'm not gonna bring the story to y'all. It's a hashtag ABC, and I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna read the headline, and I'm not going into it because it's a hashtag ABC. Because a bitch just came. Headline: Boosie badass threatens cousin he claims stole $7,000 from him. Quote: I'm gonna break his jaw. End quote. Go ahead and put it in the chat. Hashtag ABC. I just came. A bitch just came. A bitch just came. Now, this case with Bad Bunny is something that I was supposed to cover earlier. I just neglected because I'm stupid. So his ex-girlfriend, hey Abby, can you ask really be what time she's going live? Um Abby is, Abby, I wish they had a special mod stick for you. Abby and Really B have extra. They are managing moderators now. There's standard moderators, and then there's managing moderators. They got levels to the moderator level. So Abby is one of our managing moderators. That allows them to they can change the list of words that we allow in my chat. They could change my chat to members only, or they could change like who can comment in the chat if they want to. It says 6:45. Okay, thank you. So they can change, who's able to chat in the chat and all of that. So they have special privileges that comes with being a managing moderator. So shout out to I think we have 3 of them. They know who they are. I can tell you that Abby and Really B are 2 managing moderators. The third one, we'll keep that a secret. But yeah, the whole Tasha K thing, trust me, y'all could go to Really B, Scotty, probably Terrence, everybody named Mama gonna be talking about it. That ain't my thing. But okay, so Bad Bunny's ex-girlfriend is suing him for $40 million. Why? Because she said he used her voice memo in one of his songs and didn't get her permission, and she's suing him for $40 million. Get your money, boo. Get it. Bad Bunny, I'm surprised he wasn't on that list that we read earlier. Because if you ever go to one of his, Bad Bunny be out here selling out stadiums. Please be clear. Bruh goes everywhere and sell out whole stadiums. Packed, wall to wall. I ain't making this shit up. But China White, if you think of probably the amount of money that he's probably raking in, let me see how much money Bad Bunny net worth. So, according to the Googles, if it'll act right, what's going on with my damn internet? Damn internet. He's a Latinx artist. He's as his net worth, depending on what you look at. Some say 40 million, some say 20 million. I'm seeing 18 million, 40 million, 43 million, 20 million. Another site says between 18 and 20 million. These things be real estimates. Um, his real name is Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio, but that's his bad. Baby, if you put that woman's voice on your song without her permission, without express written consent, baby, you're supposed to do like the NFL and the NBA. You are not allowed to use my footage and my voice and none of my image and likeness without express written consent. Child. So let me read this. Um, Bad Bunny's ongoing romance with Kendall Jenner has been heating up in the headlines for weeks now, but an old flame has unfortunately returned to cause him some trouble. Carlise de la Cruz Hernandez doesn't seem to be interfering with the rapper's love life. Still, she is dead set on getting money after her ex non-consensually used an audio clip she previously sent him in various songs. Pitchfork reviewed the new lawsuit, first reported on by Noticel, reporting that the alleged victim is seeking $40 million in compensation as a result of her property's usage. The soundbite in question finds Hernandez breathily saying, "Bad Bunny, baby." It appears in both 2016 Pa T and the more recent 2016 from Un Verano Sin Ti. Thousands of people have commented directly on Carlise's social media networks, as well as every time she goes to a public place about Bad Bunny Baby. This has caused and currently causes De La Cruz to feel worried, anguished, intimidated, overwhelmed, and anxious. A rough translation of the Puerto Rican lawsuit reads, aside from suing her ex, the plaintiff is also going after Remas Entertainment and Noah Camille Assad Byrne, the foreign artist's manager. Listen, he do be tonguing men down on stage. You do. That song been out since 2016, girl, and he used it on 2 songs. Girl, get your money. Girl, get your money. But you know what, Abby? She may very well be mad that he's piping down Kendall Jenner and dipping his spoon into a petri dish of, a cesspool and petri dish of nefarious diseases by dipping your spoon into the likes of Kylie Jenner, where every A through X list celebrity across the fruited plain has dipped their spoon into that sugar bowl. However, baby, you use that woman's Evie, not Evie. I news you. If your boyfriend used your voice on songs that made him millions and then ceremoniously broke up with you and you couldn't reap the benefit of said millions and he never had a contractual agreement with you, baby, it will be on and popping for you. Baby, I know you'll be suing the brakes off of him. And people are gonna say, well, she's just mad because he's not with her anymore. But when she was with him, she could reap the benefits of the millions of dollars that he was making using her voice. But baby, we ain't together no more. And you over here making millions of dollars selling out stadiums and all kinds of shit and singing this song, and I ain't getting a goddamn dime. No, run me my money. Now every time I go somewhere in public, people are accosting me and bothering me and stalking me just because they know it's my voice on that song and they love you and stuff like that. I can't even go nowhere in public damn near. No, bitch, you gonna run me my coins. You gonna run me my coins and stop playing with me. I think she gonna get more than a meal. She got the right attorneys. She can get broke off because it's not even just the rights to the music. She's claiming mental and physical anguish and all kinds of stuff that it's affected her life and her ability to go out in public. Oh, mama finna get broke off. Mm. She gonna get a pretty penny. So, oh, you said they had an open relationship. Allegedly, him and the girlfriend had an open relationship. Kendall with the side chick, but she pressed to become his main girl. Child, he probably got a good slab of beef over there, and so that's what they fighting over. So, didn't he win a Grammy? I thought he won a Grammy this past at the Grammys. Anyway, I thought I remember hearing him. You know, it's just like Martha Wash had to get broke off because they was using that woman's voice in Everybody Dance Now. And other songs. That wasn't the only song. They were using her voice on separate songs. And they had to break that woman off. Using her voice. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Nope. And it's not like she went and made this recording for the purpose of a song. It was a voice memo that she left him while they were together. And he took that and used it on the song. She didn't go in the studio and say, oh, let me record this for the song. It was a voice memo that she left him while they were together. Girl, I wish. Girl, I'd be just like her. Girl, run me my coins and stop playing with me. And see, that's how the cookie crumbles. It's his fault because he didn't handle his business. If you knew you was gonna use her, even when y'all were together, it's like almost like a prenup. Baby, I want to use your voice. I need you to sign this good contract. Oh no, I'm not gonna sign it. Well, don't worry about it. I just want to use your voice because it's not like he wouldn't have been popular. You know what I'm saying? He's a popular singer, so he still would be making money. He messed up by not getting some contractual agreement from her for all of this. And baby, they ain't together no more. So she has every right to say, run me my motherfucking coins. Okay, get writing credit as well so you can get residuals. Baby, you can't play with these people. You cannot play with these people. I ain't mad at it. Baby, collect your money. Get your coins. Get your coins. Child, I'm just saying. Get your money. Get your coins. Child. I think that's all my I think that's the end of the dossier for the day. Let me check the dossier one more good time. Make sure that I got everything out the dossier. Yeah, that's the dossier for the day. Listen, y'all got any other questions for me? Anything else y'all need me to town about? Any questions y'all want me to address or topics? You need to say, El Teddy, we need to hear what you got to say about such and such. Because I got a couple more minutes. I'm about to get off here in a few minutes. So if you have anything before we get out of here, just want to come and give you some pressing news. Let you know what happened today. I think you sent that to me about Halle Berry. The woman said Halle Berry is white passing. Halle Berry has never been white passing. She's never, well, not in the traditional term white passing. The traditional term white passing was for black people who you couldn't tell if they was black or white. They were black, but based on if they straightened their hair well enough and stuff like that, you could not tell. Halle Berry doesn't fall into that category. She light skin, but she doesn't fall into the category of people who can say that they're white passing. That's just not. Uh-uh. She does consider herself black, absolutely. Yeah, but she wouldn't qualify to. Speaking of passing, there's a very, very good movie. I think it came out 2021 called Passing. This is a really good movie, really a good movie and an interesting take on um black people that could pass back in the early 1900s and things like that. Very good movie. Exactly. Sophia Richie is white passing. Halle Berry, mm-mm. Yeah, you can tell Halle Berry. She was never, but Halle Berry has never gone around saying she was white. That I now, unless that's news to me, I never know Halle Berry from the earliest parts of her career till now. I've never heard Halle Berry suggesting or saying that she's white. But a lot of times, that's to me what it sounds like. That's white people once again trying to claim something, as their own when it isn't. They love to do. We know white people love to do that. Anything black people got, they be like, that's ours. Only when it's good, though. Only when it's good. A mess. A mess. So I don't. Yeah, I don't. I think I can't put that on Hallie. It's a whole lot of stuff I put on Hallie. Hey, oh, you made it home, Montrez. Good. I'm glad you made it home safely, boo. It's a lot of things that I might put on Hallie. That ain't one of them. That's not one of them. I can't put that on Hallie. Hallie does not. Yeah, Hallie, that ain't. Nah, I'm not gonna put that on Hallie. She don't give me that. She don't give me that whole. Oh, I'm claiming to be white. Yeah, that's not her thing. But because please believe, if she could, she would. Now, I will agree that if she could, she probably would. But I don't put that on her. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Oh, that was in the dossier I forgot to talk about. The Isley brothers. The brother is suing Ron Isley for the trademark Isley brothers. Yeah, child. I knew it was something else. Let me get this for y'all. Hold on, real quick. Real quick. Like, I knew it was something else in the dossier that I needed to talk about. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this for y'all. The Isley brothers. I knew it was something. Child, y'all, hold on. Hold your line. Hold your line. Let me read this to y'all. This is from TMZ. There's a family battle brewing among the Isley brothers, with Rudolph Isley accusing his younger brother, Ronald Isley, of going behind his back and possibly cutting him out of a ton of money. According to a new lawsuit obtained by TMZ, Rudolph is suing Ronald over the rights to the Isley brothers trademark. He says Ronald applied and got approval for the trademark in his own name and is taking all the profits. Rudolph says he and Ronald are supposed to split all profits from the band 50-50, claiming they've each had 50% ownership in the band since their brother O'Kelly died way back in 1986. But Rudolph claims Ronald recently went rogue. In the docs, Rudolph claims Ronald applied for and was granted the exclusive rights to the Isley brothers for use on visual recordings and audio-visual recordings featuring music and animation back in August, but Rudolph says Ronald needs his approval to cut such a deal. Rudolph says Ronald applied to the trademark in his name in November 21, but Rudolph claims they previously split all the profits for some big transactions, including a multi-million-dollar publishing deal. And now he wants the judge to order an accountant to see just how much money Ronald's been raking in since the change. What's more, Rudolph wants the court to step in and declare the Isley brother trademark is jointly owned by him and his brother, and he wants Ronald to cough up half of any money he's been making off their band's good name since getting the trademark. That's a whole goddamn mess. And if I'm Rudolph, what it sounds like is this. Because people will come out and say, oh, well, Rudolph, you should have thought about it and you should have went and got a trademark, before. But no, I don't agree. Y'all been in this group the whole time. Y'all have split everything the whole time. You think that you may have wanted to tell your bandmate, your brother, your older brother, hey, I want to trademark the Isley brothers. You think you might want to tell him? He's a part of the group called the Isley brothers. Now, in the immortal words of Really B, I ain't exactly a lawyer. However, this sounds bad for Ronald Isley, and I hope they give Rudolph Isley every dime. Do you know how much money that probably is? Do you know what the catalog of the Isley brothers is probably worth? They have a very extensive catalog, a huge catalog. All right, Harold, you got to pick your food up. Okay, what you picking up? Cause I'm hungry. But no, this is way worse than Escape. You see this in a lot of groups like this. For example, one of my favorite groups, the Stylistics. The lead singer for the Stylistics is I think it's Ronald Thompson, is the lead singer of the Stylistics. He's split from the group. The original members have found a new lead singer, and they reserved the rights to the name the Stylistics. Ronald Thompson has a group called Ronald Thompson and the Stylistics, because the group split. But this group ain't never split. They never split. These are brothers, actual brothers. Listen. I don't blame them. I don't blame Rudolph. Take his ass to the cleaners. You got me over here singing in the background with this damn guitar. I'm doing all of the playing of this music. I'm singing and playing music at the same time. Bitch, you ain't playing a goddamn thing. You might be singing, but bitch, I'm singing too. I might be singing hoots and haws, but I'm singing too. And I'm writing music and playing music that you singing to. You better fucking believe I'm getting half of this goddamn money. That'd be like Philip Bailey telling Verdine, oh, I done took trademark of the name Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yeah, you can't have this. You ain't got no more money coming. I can't think of the drummer's name, but I know Verdine is the bass player. You know what I'm saying? Child, I don't see this ending well. And y'all too old for this. Y'all, you got some Mexican coming from the child. There's a good Mexican. I don't really like Mexican like that, Harold, but there's a good Mexican spot near me called Tijuana Joe's. And they have good Mexican. Really good. Anyway, but back to what I was saying. I don't see this ending well. And you whores are way too old to be going out like this. Like y'all are damn near knocking on death's door. How old is Ronald Isley? Because if the older brother is older than him, Ronald Isley is how old? Let's see. 81. He's 81 years old. Baby, y'all are knocking at death's door. And y'all gonna be having knockdown, drag out fights and stuff like this. So if he's 80, if he's 81, the older brother Rudolph is 83. How old is Ernie? Now that's the one we know, Ernie. Ernie is the youngest. Ernie only 71. Okay. Child. Child. Anyway, but y'all too old for this. Baby, you supposed to have all this kind of shit figured out. Be like, baby, I ain't got that type of time. I'm sitting down somewhere. I'm over here at Shady Pines trying to knock off all of these gray-haired women that I can while I'm down here. Baby, I ain't got time to be fucking off with y'all and that shit. What you gonna do? You 81 years old. You gonna go and spend it all now? I mean, you might be trying to leave it to your kids. I understand that you might be trying to leave it to your kids or whatnot. But child, Ronald got a new child, girl, child, and that woman got a new, colony of worms swimming through her body. You know, old people give you worms anyway. Ronald got a new baby. That woman got a new colony or infestation of worms swimming throughout her bloodstream and her GI tract. I'm just saying. Ronald Isley can't come nowhere near me ill. Now, if you paid me enough, then that's a different story. Girl, when you get that age, you just, you're supposed to have you a little bit of change. Hi, T Monique. Thank you for popping out the bush. You're supposed to have you a little bit of change so you can pay for whatever you want to get. When I get in my 80s, girl, I know I'm going to know what it is. If I want me a little tenderoni to come around, baby, I'm going to pop that chain. Come on around. Oh, give me some strippy and all of that stuff. Baby, I'm old. I ain't got time for the chases shit like that. Baby, I'm sitting my ass down having a drink with my good Judies who all going to be old too. We going to be drinking cocktails, having a good drink, and having, paying the little boys, hey, come on now, to do what they do. I'm just saying. That's our show for today. Listen, y'all. I'm about to get up out here. We about to go over there and see Willie B. She's about to go live in about 5 good minutes. So we about to get up off here. Listen, put some shondos in the chat for me, please. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Y'all know how I always say I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged and much appreciated. We will be having Silly Saturday this Saturday. If anybody would like to host, no, I think I have a color commentator. But you may want to get in the rotation to be a color commentator for Silly Saturday, let me know. Shoot me a DM or hit me up with an email or something like that, and you can get in the rotation to be a color commentator for Silly Saturday. All right, we about to go over to Really Be. Shondo to everybody. Thank y'all so much. Y'all could have been a whole lot of places, but y'all decided to be here with me today. I hope you enjoyed yourself and had a good time. I'm going to give y'all a politics probably Thursday. I know tomorrow we have Teacher Project 2.0, and we will update you on the Los Angeles school, the strike down there to the city of Los Angeles, where the teachers have gone on strike and crippled the second largest school district in these yet to be United States of America. You see, Tracy wasn't even here today, right, Cams? We go into the members only chat, and we're gonna make Tracy feel bad because she wasn't here today. We're gonna make her feel bad. Thank you, Monk Chip. I'm always glad to see you, Monk Chip. I be worried about you when I don't see you, because I know you be letting them people work you too hard. You know, I always be telling you, do not let these people work you too hard, Monk Chip. But anyway, we gonna get up out of here. That's all I got for y'all. Like I said, y'all see me tomorrow on Teacher Project 2.0. Thursday we'll do a politics live on Thursday, because I owe y'all one. Or if breaking news come out about Donald Trump, I may either do a pre-recorded video or I may even go live. If Cheeto Man, if Super Sun Kissed Man gets arrested, please prepare for me to I probably will go live to talk about it, so y'all just be prepared. Matter of fact, let me go give me make me a thumbnail now, so I can be ready to drop her as soon as he get arrested. That's all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out.